Going to sleep.
Dedede! What do you want, Mario? Can't you see that I'm trying to relax? Well, there's no time for relaxation. Donkey Kong's in trouble. Let's go. Alright, Mario. What do I gotta do to go and save Donkey Kong? Well, Diddy Kong will tell you.
Donkey Kong's been captured, and there's only one way to save him. You have to play and beat a game.
Oh no. Well, what game is it? Can I see? Diddy's Conquest? Why, that's a good thing. That's my favorite game of all time.
You mean you'll review it?
Of course I will, Diddy. Time to put it in the Super Nintendo. Alright, time to go and put it in the Super Nintendo. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. In my opinion, this is the best Super Nintendo game ever made. Everything about the original, every single bit of its greatness is magnified over twice as much in this game. And without further ado, let's play. Now the game starts off right where the first game left off. After K. Rool has been defeated, Donkey Kong decides to go and relax for a little bit. But then, K. Rool comes back, this time he's a captain, and he kidnaps, quote-unquote, the lumbering fool, Donkey Kong. And now, it's up to Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong to save him. The controls in this game are largely similar to the original, with some new tweaks. Now, if you press the A button, you can do a team-up move, and you can press Y to throw your friend. Also, you can play as Dixie Kong, who essentially moves like Diddy Kong, except for she can do hair twirls in the air to make her flutter, thereby making her a bit more of an easier character for new beginner players. Diddy and Dixie's quest will take them to numerous different worlds. These worlds include Gangplank Galleon, Crocodile Cauldron, Creme Quay, Crazy Kremland, the Gloomy Gulch, K. Rool's Keep, and finally, the Flying Croc. Gangplank Galleon is, as one would expect, a pirate level, where you board K. Rool's ship, which was actually the final level in the first game. Spoilers. And so, it's the first world, and it gets you nice and eased into the controls and lets you see what is to come in the game. Moving on, Crocodile Cauldron is the second world in the game, and it's a lava level, and a really good one at that. And it really steps up the difficulty from the first world, especially in terms of bonus levels and enemies. Other than that, all I gotta say is, its bark is worse than its bite. You'll understand if you play this world. Moving on. Creme Quay is a nice swampy area, and, well, it's it's a rather tough level. You'd think that Crocodile Cauldron would be tougher, but it actually makes more sense this way. Overall, it's what you would see in a swamp level, and it's really fun, really atmospheric, and really challenging. Moving on. Crazy Kremland is actually an amusement park themed level. And I just hope that you like minecart levels, because these are really reminiscent of them, and I really like them. Now, along with an amusement park theme, there's also a beehive theme, which I'll be getting to later why that is. And so, technically, this world has two themes in one. And it's really fun. I like it a lot. So, moving on. The Gloomy Gulch is a really spooky level. And well, I'm glad that I'm talking about this level right here. P.S. Sorry about not making a Halloween video, but I guess this can count because it's nice and spooky. And well, all the themes here really fit in. Plus, the game really gives you a sense of progress. Just like the original. But even better somehow. So, in the end, spooky, yet great level. Moving on. K. Rool's Keep is what the game makes you believe is the final level. And, well, it really shows. This is great. It's a nice castle in which really shows where K. Rool rules. No pun intended. And overall, it's a really fun and challenging level. Nothing more that I have to say. So, moving on. Now, in this game, unlike the original, you actually have to pay to save your game. Not the first time, though. It's free. But after the first time that you save in a world, it's 2 banana coins afterwards. Except for the final world. It costs 1 coin to save at first, and then 3 coins to save afterward. And the proprietor of Kong College? Wrinkly Kong. Cranky Kong's wife. She can also give you hints for how to play the game for money, but that's what the instruction booklet is for. Another new Kong in the game is Swanky Kong, who runs a bonus bonanza, which you gotta pay to do. And all it does is give you lives. Well, I've never truly needed it. But since banana coins are common as dirt, I'd recommend it. Cranky Kong also returns and he gives you hints, but most of the time he complains. Just like in the first game. Funky is back again as well, and he runs Funky's Flights too. Which, essentially, you gotta pay to hire a plane. But, like I aforementionedly said, banana coins are common as dirt. So, yeah, after you pay for it once, the rest of the times are free. The bonus rooms in this game. Yeah, these things, unlike the original, actually have a purpose. You see, you win Krem coins after you beat one of them. This will come in handy whenever you pay Clubber. Now who's Clubber? Well, Clubber is the Kremlin that hosts the kiosk, in which you need to bring Krem coins there in order to access the secret world, known as the Lost World. Now, he can be found in 5 of the 7 worlds, which you can give him Krem coins in order to unlock the 5 Lost World levels. But we'll get to the Lost World levels later on. The game also gives you DK Hero coins, which greatly impact the rank that Cranky Kong gives you at the end of the game. Now, I know that I said with the first game the soundtrack was phenomenal, but you know what? This soundtrack takes the 10 up to 11. Just listen. And all the songs in the game are beautiful like this. I've never heard a better soundtrack in any video game ever. And the graphics even got an upgrade. Now, just like the original Donkey Kong Country, this game is hard. I mean really hard. You see this screen? You're gonna be seeing it a lot. That's how tough this game is. If you're not careful, that is. But it's not so hard that it's like throw your controller against a wall hard. It's more like overall you get better and better at the game hard. And if you don't get better at the game, then, well, sucks for you, hard. That's the type of challenge that this game brings. And overall, I love it. Now here comes the usual spoiler section. So, be warned! The first boss is Crow, an evil pirate bird in which you gotta throw his own eggs at him. And he takes 4 hits to kill. Notice how I'm saying kill. Because after you defeat him, he literally dies. Don't believe me that he dies? I'll show you later. The second boss in the game is Cleaver, an evil sword from lava. He's obviously much tougher than Crow. And he throws fireballs at you. And you gotta throw cannonballs at him. Once you defeat him, Cleaver just sinks right back into the lava. But not before exploding. The third boss in the game is Cudgel. He's essentially just a palette swap of Clubber made into a boss fight. All it is just jump whenever he lands so you don't get shocked. And then just throw TNT at him. Other than that, nothing more, nothing less. Good boss fight. Next. The fourth boss in the game is King Zing, an angry hornet in which you gotta shoot at his stinger numerous times, in which can actually really be a pain to do. Probably one of the harder bosses in the game. But don't worry. I'm pretty darn sure that you'll be able to beat it. Maybe not on your first try. Definitely not on your first try. But you'll be able to beat it somehow. Next. The 5th boss is Crow again. And you thought I was kidding whenever I said that you killed him. No. See that? That's a ghoul. That is his spirit. You literally killed Crow. Then again, he was trying to kill you. So, yeah. Now after beating K. Rool's Keep, you go to Stronghold Showdown, which actually shows you Donkey Kong all tied up, but then you see that K. Rool has taken him up to the Flying Croc, the final world in the game. All it has is one level and the final boss against K. Rool himself. This is one heck of a final boss. You see, what you gotta do is avoid the cannonballs K. Rool shoots out of his blunderbuss. And avoid K. Rool himself. And then when K. Rool tries to suck you in with his blunderbuss, just throw the cannonball at him. Overall, this is the best, or at least one of the best final bosses that I have ever faced in a video game. And the boss has 3 forms. So yeah, each form getting more and more difficult than the last. Yes! I beat the game! And Captain K. Rool has been crushed. Donkey Kong is saved. And what does he do? He kicks K. Rool, he actually punches his butt. Well, not his butt, but his face. And K. Rool, quote unquote, sleeps with the fishes. Yeah. But overall, it's a phenomenal end to a phenomenal game. Cranky Kong shows you your results. And you also get a cast of characters. Just like the original game. And there's even better music than the original. I mean, in my opinion, for the credits theme. But overall, I love this game. But K. Rool's not done yet. You have to beat the Lost World levels. And these are by far the hardest levels in the game. Especially Animal Antics. Now after beating all the Lost World levels, you go to Crocodile Core, where K. Rool is waiting for you. He's back with a vengeance. Now, this final boss, the true final boss, in my opinion, isn't as great as the Flying Croc final boss, but it's still really fun nonetheless. Even though it is just dodge the bullets and hit him one time. But once you finally land the final blow on Captain K. Rool, oh, how satisfying it is. And you defeat K. Rool once and for all. Well, not once and for all, but you defeat him for now. you see your score again, and you get the best ending. You see Crocodile Isle sink down into the briny depths, and you see K. Rool sail off. Woohoo! I'm back, everybody, and I feel better than ever. Thank you so much, Dedede. And thank you, Diddy, for getting Dedede to help me out. Hey, what about me? I went and talked Dedede into reviewing this game. Well, thank you too, Mario. So, Dedede, what do you give this game? Well, isn't it obvious? I give this game a 10 out of 10. This game is my favorite video game of all time, and I love it. Well, thanks for sticking around, and see you in the next review. I need a vacation.
So do I.
Per the usual, I'm always left in the dust.